Have you guys ever wanted to learn how to change your own oil and filter in your own vehicle without getting screwed by the dealer or the mechanic and pay probably about 50-60 bucks? Well, I got this how-to video right now. Now what we got on the docket for today is a 2016 Kia Soul. I already got it up on jack stands. Be safe, y'all. Put it on jack stands. I know I got destroyed in the comments one time when I had this thing jacked up with just a jack. But it's okay. Let's take a break. Since we have the vehicle already up in the air in the front, let's go ahead and change that oil, or the oil filter and the oil. Go ahead, unloosen the cap so it can flow and drain better. And you're gonna slide right up under the vehicle with the jack supported, of course. And then you're gonna look up under here at the dummy plates. It says oil filter is right here. Yeah, it's up in there somewhere, but that's basically what it says. Oil filter. Now go over here, other dummy plate that says engine oil. The plug must be down in there. Oh, well, it's actually right there. Now what? That don't make any sense. Why would they just have a regular plate called engine oil when there's nothing that really is getting accessed? I don't know. Engineers, go figure. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna show you a better picture of the oil filter. Right up in there. If you can see it. I think you can. Yeah, there you go. Right there. So this cap is legit oil filter cap, because there's the oil filter. But this is the one that I don't understand. It says engine oil. There's nothing to access here. Why do we need this extra piece of plastic cap? Whatever. Should be a cap over here where the drain pan or plug is. Anyways, let's go ahead and drop this oil. Just take your 17mm wrench. Just pop that drain plug. Grab yourself a bucket. Right there. Word to the wise, try not to drop that in the drain pan, because that'll be a pain in the butt to get out. Unless you got a retrieving tool / magnet, then you can retrieve it. But we're gonna let this thing drain a little bit, and we'll come back. Okay, once you got this thing drained down to like a trickle, kind of like that, go ahead and throw the oil drain plug. You know what I'm talking about. This drain plug. Make sure you put the drain plug back in. And tighten it down. There we go. And kind of tidy this up, because you don't want this stuff to be dripping down in your driveway. That's why I have this tarp down, so I don't mess up my driveway here. And yes, if you notice, I am doing this in the driveway at my house, because it's that easy. If you want to save yourself some money, do it yourself. Right. Make sure you put the access panel, that should probably be right here. Make sure you put this access to nothing plate right here. Make sure you put that back in. Such useless. I don't understand why. But let's go ahead, stick our hand up in here and take the oil filter out. Let's just get it cracked. There we go. All right. Okay. Reach your hand up in there. Start turning it. And yes, if you don't have a drain bucket under here, you will get a shower of oil. So let's just say over here. There we go. And of course, wipe your area up. Make sure there's no gasket up in here, because you don't want to double gasket this thing, because that will really suck. Because if you don't take the old gasket, which sometimes they melt to the filter housing, and some people don't realize that they're still there. So make sure you look up inside there. You see right there, that's where your filter goes. You should be able to see steel, or I'm sorry, not steel, aluminum should be all clean. You shouldn't have anything there. It should be a flat surface. So make sure that this little O-ring slash gasket is not stuck up in there, because you're gonna have some real problems. Put a new filter up there with that gasket, you will have oil leaking like the Exxon Valdez, spraying everywhere. I don't know why I'm wiping that off. Let's just get rid of it and get a brand new one. Right, before we put this oil filter in, we need to coat it with just a light coat of oil so it'll go on okay. It'll actually go on better, rather. It won't stop. I don't know. Not sure exactly why we do this, but it's just one of those things. Now we can just screw the thing right back on up and fill this thing up with oil. And make sure you put your access plate back in. At least it serves a purpose. Can't say much for the drain pan plug, because the plug's right here. I don't understand why we have that there. It's just... Ladies and gentlemen, if you have your vehicle jacked up on jack stands, don't fill the engine with oil with it sitting like this, because you're just going to get a wrong level anyways, level reading when you check on the dipstick. So make sure it's on level ground, please. So we're going to take it off the jack stands, of course, and get it level. Alrighty, now that it's off the jack stands, all four wheels are on the ground, and now the car is level. So now we can go ahead and fill the engine oil. Now I use a funnel because I don't pour things very steadily. I guess that's a word, steadily. Anyways, I shake a little bit, only because I'm hyped up on doing these videos for you guys. But next thing you're probably going to ask is, how much oil does this Kia Soul take? Now this is a 4-cylinder, and yes, I did Google the capacity of how much engine oil this thing takes, and it takes about 4.5 quarts. Now what I'm going to do is, which I do this on all vehicles, I don't put the full capacity in first and then start it up. What I do is I probably leave maybe about half a quart out, and then I start it and let the engine cycle, start it up, let everything lubricate, and then I turn it off, let the oil settle to the bottom of the pan, and then check it with the dipstick. Now the reason I do that is so I don't overfill anything. At least by not putting some oil not in when you fill it up, not in, yeah, yeah, you leave some out and fill some in. Anyways, you get what I'm saying, right? I think so. Anyways, let's just go ahead and put some oil in this thing. And by the way, if you're wondering what type of oil goes in your engine, a lot of engines have it on the cap. I don't know if you can see that. You see how it says? There you go, right there, 5W20. So you'll never mistake what kind of oil you're putting in this. There we go, got some 520. Here's something that you may not know. A lot of these jugs, they actually have a measurement right there. I don't know if you can see that, but you see we left out that 1 quart. See right there. So that means we already put 4 quarts in. So let's go ahead and start this thing on up, and we'll go from there. If you start it up, make sure you put the cap in. You only have to let this thing run for maybe a few seconds, not all that long. Okay, I think we're done. All right. While we're letting the oil settle down to the bottom of the pan, want to stress one other thing. Make sure you check for leaks. Make sure you put that drain plug back in tightly. Make sure it's not leaking. And make sure that oil filter is not leaking. Make sure you turn that tight, you know. And yeah, right, we're gonna pull it on out, pull the dipstick out, and we're gonna wipe it off. Okay, then we're gonna stick it right back in, pull it on out, and yes, I need a quart of oil back in. See, the reason why I do this is make sure that we get the precise fill on the engine, because we don't want the oil to be out here, because that means we're just gonna have to drain some more out. So let's go ahead, put that half a quart or quart back in, and yeah. All right, round 2. Let's check the oil level now. It should be dead on. There we go. Right there is exactly where we want it. Now, I did promise you guys that you're gonna get a bonus how-to, and that is the air filter. I'm gonna show you guys how to put this air filter in. The air filter sits right here, and it's got 2 clips. There's one clip down here, and there's another clip down here. All you gotta do is pop those clips. There's your air filter. Let me see if I can fold out one here. There we go. Oh my God. Air filter shouldn't look like that. My God. Looks like a rat been living in that. Right. New filter, old filter. This is called, I've never changed this. So anyways, let's go ahead and put this thing in. Lift it on up. Alright, flip your two clips back. There we go. Now that's typically how you change the oil and filter on most gasoline vehicles, and you got that bonus air filter change also. So, but if you found this video interesting or entertaining, please like, subscribe, comment down at the bottom, and we'll just have to see you next time.